You need to hear this if you're a punk rock lover. The Sex Pistols are not just a band. They are a phenomenon that shook the very foundations of the music industry and society at large. Their story is one of rebellion, chaos, and a relentless drive to challenge the status quo. This is the untold story of the Sex Pistols, a band that didn't just play music, but ignited a cultural revolution. Their journey is filled with highs and lows, controversies, and moments that defined an era. Buckle up. In 1975, the Sex Pistols were born in London, all thanks to manager Malcolm McLaren and his clothing store, Sex. McLaren was a visionary who saw the potential in the raw energy of punk rock. His store became a hub for the punk movement, attracting young rebels who were disillusioned with the mainstream. The original lineup, Johnny Rotten, Steve Jones, Paul Cook, and Glenn Matlock. Each member brought something unique to the table. Johnny Rotten's snarling vocals and provocative lyrics, Steve Jones' raw guitar riffs, Paul Cook's pounding drums, and Glenn Matlock's melodic bass lines created a sound that was unlike anything else at the time. Their first gig, November 6, 1975, at St. Martin's College of Art. It was a night that would go down in history. The audience was a mix of art students and curious onlookers, and the band's raw energy and rebellious attitude left a lasting impression. Fast forward to 1976, they skyrocketed to fame, notoriety really, after swearing live on TV with Bill Grundy. This infamous interview was a turning point. The band's outrageous behavior shocked the nation and made headlines, catapulting them into the spotlight. This led to their drop from EMI in January of '77. Drama, right? The band's antics were too much for the record label to handle, but this only added to their mystique. They were the bad boys of rock, and their fans loved them for it. Enter Sid Vicious in early '77, replacing Glenn Matlock. Sid was the embodiment of punk rock. His wild persona and reckless behavior made him an icon, but his time with the band was marked by turmoil and tragedy. The band briefly signed with 8ANDM Records before jumping to Virgin. Their time with 8ANDM was short-lived, but it was enough to cause a stir. Virgin Records saw the potential in the band and took a chance on them, leading to some of their most iconic releases. They dropped God Save the Queen, which the BBC promptly banned. Controversial much? The song was a direct attack on the British establishment, and its release during the Queen's Silver Jubilee was seen as an act of defiance. The ban only fueled the band's popularity, and the single became an anthem for the disaffected youth. Their only studio album, Nevermind the Bollocks, here's the Sex Pistols hit #1 on the UK Albums Chart in October 1977. The album was a critical and commercial success, solidifying the band's place in rock history. Its raw sound and provocative lyrics captured the spirit of the punk movement. It featured hits like Pretty Vacant and Holidays in the Sun. These songs became anthems for a generation, encapsulating the anger and frustration of the punk movement. The band's live performances were chaotic and unpredictable, adding to their legend. But the chaos didn't stop there. The band's concerts often descended into mayhem, with fans rioting and venues being trashed. This only added to their reputation as the ultimate punk rock band. Their US tour in 1978 ended with Johnny Rotten famously quitting. The tour was a disaster, plagued by infighting and chaos. Johnny's departure marked the end of an era, but the band's legacy was already cemented. Sid Vicious's tragic death in 1979 marked an end of an era. Sid's life was a tragic tale of excess and self-destruction. His death was a blow to the punk community, but his legacy lived on. Flash forward to the 90s, 1996 saw the original members reunite for the Filthy Lucre tour. The tour was a chance for the band to reconnect with their fans and relive the glory days. It was a triumphant return, proving that the spirit of punk was still alive and well. Fast forward further, inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2006, they refused to attend. True to their rebellious nature, the band snubbed the establishment once again. Their refusal to attend the ceremony was a final act of defiance, cementing their status as punk rock legends. And guess what? In 2024, they're hitting the UK tour scene again with Frank Carter. The band's influence continues to be felt, and their return to the stage is a testament to their enduring legacy. Frank Carter, a modern punk icon, joining them on tour is a passing of the torch to a new generation. The Sex Pistols remain a symbol of rebellion and counterculture. Their music and attitude continue to inspire new generations of punk rockers. They are more than just a band. They are a movement that challenged the norms and dared to be different. Love this wild ride through punk history. The story of the Sex Pistols is a testament to the power of music to challenge and change the world. Their legacy is a reminder that sometimes the most disruptive voices are the ones that need to be heard the most. Smash that like button and subscribe to What We Know for more rockin' stories. Stay punk, folks. Keep the spirit of rebellion alive and never stop questioning the world around you. The Sex Pistols may have started the fire, but it's up to us to keep it burning.